Hey, Peter, I hope you're watching. You're going to mention here, the Civil Aviation Safety Authority will, at the end of this year, relax regulations which could see dogs and cats sitting with their owners on aeroplanes. Now, I find this a little extraordinary, but currently there are strict regulations banning the carriage of pets in the cabin, obviously. It'd be up to the individual airline under the new rules as to whether they allow pets on board. Qantas and Jetstar have immediately ruled out allowing pets in the cabin. Oh, stop it. In response to the changes, these are the boys in the back room having some fun. Virgin Australia is leaving the door open. They have until December 2, when the rules come into effect, to make an announcement. Look, I've got nothing against dogs and cats, but would you seriously want them on a seat next to you during a flight? Now, let's get real here. Under the changes, it is said that a large animal should always be secured so as not to damage or affect the balance of the aircraft in flight, and a small or medium-sized animal carried in the cabin would normally need, as a minimum, to be restrained during takeoff and landing and in turbulence. Pilots would have the power to allow animals to sit in the cabin, but they need to follow specific guidelines. Look, are we seriously suggesting that a Great Dane will sit quietly for a 5-hour flight between Sydney and Perth? And if the canine needs to go to the loo, what happens? Or will the planes be refitted with a lavatory specially for cats and dogs? One person who may be keen on these changes, here we go, is my famous friend Peter Credlin AO and her new long-haired mini dachshund, Hendrix. I'm reliably informed, named after Peter's favourite gin. I'll get into trouble for saying all this, as in drink, that is. Peter and Hendrix could sit side by side on a flight together. Now, in the US and Europe, she could do that. Pets are routinely carried on domestic and international flights. Delta Airlines' pet carriage policy extends to household birds, and various European carriers allow rabbits and hares on board, as well as dogs and cats. So how far does this go? First, it's cats and dogs. Then it'll be birds, hermit crabs, and your pet goldfish. Neil sums it up perfectly. First class, gone. Business class, too expensive. Economy class, just bearable. Animal class, unacceptable. Which brings me to the thought at the end of a long night. Oscar Wilde said, "There is no sin except stupidity." That's all from me tonight.